Come, Clip. Hi, Clipper. Good morning. We are back again with Clipper Goes to Class. We thought we'd dress up today. Tired of sweatpants and jammies. So today we're going to work on probably what might be the easiest thing you might ever teach your dog ever, which is a watch me cue, which is pay attention to me, and a name recognition. Now you might think your dog knows his name really well, and your dog might, but some dogs don't know their name that well, so it's important to have them make a good connection with their name. The goal is so that when you say the name, they look at you and want your attention. So basically, super simple, you're just gonna say the dog's name. Clipper, good dog. If your dog looks at you when you say the name, boom, they get a food treat, good dog. And the marker, good dog. Good dog always comes first. It says, yes, good answer. That was exactly what I wanted. Good dog. Boom, food treat. Clipper, good dog. Now, Clipper actually needs to practice name recognition a lot because working at the shelter, he comes to work with me every day. I'm lucky like that. So he has a lot of nicknames. So Clipper is something he doesn't answer to as well as I would like. So some of his nicknames are Potato, Chef Potato, Dude is Dude's his usual nickname. That's usually what he gets called, is Dude or Little Dude. So your dog probably has a nickname that you use at home a lot. So whatever you call your dog the most, that should be his name recognition cue. So Clipper, good boy. Your dog looks at you when you say their name, they get a food treat. That's all they have to do. Super easy. You can't get easier than that. You can sit for a few moments and do 20 or 30 repetitions. When we do that many repetitions, we like to use a really, really teeny tiny small food treat. You can't see it, that's the point. It's so small. So teeny tiny piece of food. It's just a crumb because we don't want to overdo it with the food treats. Especially now in quarantine when we're not getting as much exercise as we should. So the next thing, good boy. That was a good job. Clipper's anticipating that maybe if I lay down, I'll get another food treat. And he was right. Good job. Good boy, Clipper. The next thing we're going to do is watch me or look at me or pay attention. This is really important in training because if your dog's not looking at you, they're not paying attention to you, okay? If your dog is sniffing the ground and doing other things, then their senses are occupying their mind and they're thinking about other things. They're not being stubborn or just not listening. Their mind is just occupied with another task. So, Clipper, watch me. Good dog. So I'm gonna take my finger and I'm gonna have a small food treat to lure this behavior. The food's gonna go on the end of the nose, and I'm gonna raise it up to my face. Watch me. Good boy. When he makes a little bit of eye contact, I'm gonna say, good dog, good boy, and then food goes in, okay? Watch me. Good dog. Good job. We're also creating a little bit of a hand signal when we do that. We're taking our hand and we're going like this to our face. We're pointing at our face. Watch me. Clipper, watch me. Clipper, watch me. Good boy. Now you see, that time I didn't have the lure. Did you see where he looked the first 3 times? He was looking at this hand because this hand's in the treat bag. So, watch me. Good boy. That was a 50-50. He looked here and then he looked here. So when you're first teaching your dog this, food on the nose, up to your face, watch me. Good boy. Then the food goes in. One thing with this behavior you want to be super careful with, don't hold the food treat up too high or too long. Because what happens if I hold the food treat up too high and too long? What will happen? Oh, we don't want that to happen, so sit. Good boy. So we want the food treat to go really quickly on the nose. Look at me, watch me. Good boy. You can use whatever cue you want. Pay attention, look at me, watch me. If you have a different language that you use in your home, you can use any language that you want. The word doesn't matter as long as it's always consistent and you always use the same word for the same cue or the same behavior that you're expecting. So it doesn't matter what word you use as long as you're consistent. So that's it for today. So practice watch me and name recognition at home. You'll be surprised how much better you're going to be able to communicate with your dog. And stay tuned. We have more series coming in training your dog. And this is it for today's Clipper Goes to Class. We'll see you next time.